Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail. This is a special bonus episode brought to you by my Patreon supporter, Boomnerau. If you want to see additional content as well, head to patreon.com, see which level of support suits you. With that said, let's get started. Last mission we captured the Arrogante. I have a mind to put it into my fleet, but the purchase costs 40, so I don't actually have that much yet. We'll have to wait. Either way, let's repair the rest first and take a look. So, I've gone over the additional stuff that we have around here, like all the talks, etc. And there are a few missions that we can do. Not only do we have to send a few ships later on, not yet. It's interesting because this cancel button doesn't actually work. Anyway, there are a few missions. I got this Filthy Smugglers because last time I guess we found the smugglers in that particular mission. That will get some stuff. I have Snatch, which is the, I guess, probably the final mission of this July campaign. I'm not sure why this is looking so differently. It's because of the main mission. I don't know. And we have this Treasure Fleet special bonus mission that we got for capturing the Arrogante, which I will not start with. I'll start with the Filthy Smugglers, and for the Filthy Smugglers we get to deploy, well, let's see, it's Friday the 7th of July 1780. We'll get some cash and reputation. We've received reports of a smuggler network that's been raiding both British and Spanish settlements. The stolen goods are then delivered to primarily Spanish ports. There are strong indications that the network is being directed by corrupt Spanish governors. Your mission is to attack one of the smuggler lairs located in this area. Unfortunately, we cannot afford to assign more than 2 ships to this task. However, local British settlers who have suffered from the network's activities are eager to support you. Sail one of the ships to land her troops, where they can join forces with the settlers arriving from the north. Then execute a decoy attack on the smugglers' outpost. When the smugglers move from their lair to support the outpost, sail the second ship to the south beach, land her troops, and attack the unprotected base. Alright, so at the very least, there are 2 ships that I need to use at that point. I'll start with the San Giovanni because they can actually hold the most troops. Let's assign the officer. This guy died, I think. But luckily we have some reserve units, so I'm actually quite pleased at that. Let's start with this guy. And not enough weapons, huh? Well, let's start with 275 then. Let's just go for that for the moment. Because this also gives them very good melee capabilities. And there's no other thing. Yeah, I mean, I have the musket and bayonet. I could switch it up, but that will cost a lot of money. I will have to buy these. And of course there will be a lot of musket and bayonets going into the shop. No, let's leave it at this. This is pretty good for the San Giovanni at the moment, I think. Anyway, yeah, sure. I need to do a lot of repairs at this stage, anyhow. Does this mean that I can switch back the guns, of which I have a lot of them, to the 9-pounders? No, they're too heavy. All right, that's fine. I mean, this is another ground operation, or at least for the crew, so I'd rather have more crew, and I can always put some of that crew in reserve on the next mission, etc. So I'll take the San Giovanni, and it's probably in my best interest then to take the troops from the Astarte. So I'll probably have to increase their load. Okay, so I actually have to switch up anyway. Let's at the very least switch some for the sea service musket and bayonets. That makes it a little bit less expensive, and I'll put these back to 200. 442. Yeah. Okay, that's one. I'll still have to do the other ones as well. They have land pattern muskets. I don't think I have that many. I only have a few in the armory left. 75. So if I get this to 175, which is probably for the best for this mission, I'll get yeah, that should probably be okay. That leaves me with some cash for the next mission, and of course the reputation that I have. I do have 2 career points. I want to spend at least 1 here on that. And then besides that, let's see, I don't care about shipbuilding or this. I do also like getting more reputation for the moment. These 2 will really help me also in the upcoming missions. You know, getting more of this is just always a good idea, I suppose. This is a lot of cash, by the way, 50,000. Anyway, I do want to spend those points right before the next mission, so you know we're in a good position here. So now that we have these fixed up, so to say. Yeah, I don't have any other land pattern muskets, and I could technically decide to upgrade these. I could. But as far as the Astard go, say that I put this to 200. They already put me very close to the weight limit. And I do have plenty of other repairs that I need to make anyhow. Let's start with getting some of my ships at least to optimal cruise. And, you know, take it from there. Because my crew numbers took a serious beating after that last mission, trying to capture the Arrogante there. So even though I had max for most of them, I'll just start with optimal. Alright, this means I actually have more. This is great. I can put this to 300 for now. Sure. Let's get the Norwich to optimal. Unfortunately, that means they'll miss their second experience, but we'll keep it at 110 for now. And you're actually above optimal. That's pretty nice already. I actually don't have the cash for it. That means that I can actually reinstate the Isabel here. Technically, at this point, we're at 7 cash, but at least I get to repair my ships a little bit again. My troops are back up to full strength after last mission, and of course I have this trophy, which I don't want to send. Let's get started with the Filthy Smugglers mission here. Let me check if I'm actually recording, by the way. I think I am, though. Yeah, okay. That would be a bit of a problem otherwise. All right. I do hope that this works out, that this is actually the idea, that I have to put land troops and then... Basically, I'll have the units from San Giovanni there, and then the Astart troops that are going to land here. You're in command of a flotilla comprised of 2 of His Majesty's ships on a mission to raid a smuggler's lair. The first is already approaching the operations area, while the second one is following from a distance. The lair is located at this position. It is protected by a strong force of smugglers and supported by an unknown number of Spanish troops. A head-on attack would be costly and uncertain. A Marine regiment has been sent to gather volunteers from our settlers and gather any available artillery. They are expected to join us soon. Land the troops aboard the first ship, join with the settlers, and launch a decoy attack on this outpost. We hope the smugglers will send most, if not all, of their forces to protect the post. At the appointed time, the second ship will sail into sight. When the smugglers respond as expected, sail with her to this position, land her troops, attack the unprotected base, and capture any supplies found. Okay, we can do that. The operation needs a successful combination of discipline, speed, timing, and luck. Make haste, Captain. Land your troops, join with the settlers, and attack the outpost. Alright, let's go. At least, we'll also have to wait for the landing troops at any rate, so... Ah, this is pretty interesting. Visualization of line of sight. Ooh, this is also quite useful. Huh. Those are some pretty neat things. If only I had some artillery. We're actually getting quite little money for this mission, so I do hope to not involve too many of my own forces on this. Because that would... Gaining too many unnecessary losses would indeed lead to the point where the amount of money that I get is not enough to get back the forces. Which would be a problem. Okay, pause. More troops have arrived. Great. Let's have them run on the double quick while the Marines go normal speed. Let's also use them on the double quick. They, if I can get to this outpost quickly, that'd be great. Field artillery is generally quite fast as well, so... I would assume that they'll arrive at the same time. And indeed they do. They're actually creating a bit of a traffic jam. Even so. These guys will soon be exhausted, but the fact that we are moving faster should potentially help against whatever other forces they're bringing in there. It's a pretty decent defensive position though, so I would imagine that we can hold it pretty well with all these swamps. There's no real reason to go all the way out there, I think. I'll just stick to the operation and that's it. Like no fancy shenanigans or other strange things. Let's train them up, and afterwards they can continue moving. This might actually get their condition back a little bit. Just a little bit though. As always, time is of the essence. They'll join together with these settlers. Let's halt. And deploy the rest of the troops. Okay, at the very least I already have my artillery ready as well. I mean, there's nothing these Marines can do until the reinforcements show up anyway. So... I'll just hold the line for now. I don't yet want to get my own troops involved, although I will send them over here this way. These skirmishers will withdraw soon enough. Yeah, that's fine. That sucks, but... Okay, so now that they're also joined together, let's move up on the double quick. I might not even need these forces, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, they're already done with their condition. My forces will primarily just be reinforcements. For the moment, at least. Let's start moving them forward, because I have a hunch that these skirmishers, they actually are back. Blocked by what? I have no clue what they are doing, but... These non-core forces are, by the way, they're losing a lot. Let's see if I can cross with those skirmishers shattered. Hopefully that will make things a bit easier on the cross. I would also just love to get the money without losing any troops there. That would be wishful thinking. But actually crossing so far is not even going all that poorly. Very surprising. There's currently nothing that's actually like really stopping me. I'm already halfway across. So very strange. I don't mind. I'll actually move some of my guys into the forest. Ah, okay, here we are. More enemies joined in the battle. Actually, I still have quite a while here. Ideally, I'll still not use my own forces, but One thing that might be necessary is me moving around to get that artillery going. Yeah, let's move up. So if I use the field artillery to attack the smugglers, I can now start focusing on that artillery from there too. Yeah, technically I've secured the outpost, but that's not really what's going on. I'm gonna start attacking from there too. And with this done, now I'm gonna move up the artillery. They're luckily still not firing into my fusiliers. They won't make it, but attacking the artillery is probably a good idea here. That did not go very well. Okay, but the important thing is to get that artillery going. Getting rid of the artillery at this point is the most important for now. If they want to attack into the Marines while I attack them, that's perfect. The Marines are not doing very well either. But since the artillery is down by quite a lot, 40% gone. And they would still need to turn. Yeah. They're still insanely powerful. That's why I really only wanted them to take a few pot shots at me. Okay, well... It will, I will most certainly not allow them to go up here. They can retreat for all I care. I want to grab this artillery. Okay. So, with these things captured, I do believe... Okay, these smugglers are a bit of a problem because they're actually kind of annoying for now. While I'm setting up a defensive perimeter, I'll have this division at the very least block the rear. Okay, so the way I want to set up my defensive position is as follows. First of all, we have, yeah, they got hit. Okay, we have 2 artillery up in the front. This division will go out, just like these. Meanwhile, you're gonna, I guess, cover things from here. I'm really not sure whether the AI will try to go all out or something. But for the moment, I'll just hold my forces again in reserve. I've taken some hits, but nothing too serious just yet, which is exactly what I want. I'm not too pleased that they routed through the swamp, because moving through the swamp is exceptionally slow. But it doesn't seem like they really put up a whole lot of an effort in taking care of this. Order your second ship to sail into this position, land the troops, and attack the smugglers' base. Alright. Let's go. Move you here. And make post haste. Meanwhile, it seems they've brought more artillery cannons into the battle. We'll see how we're going to deal with all these fresh enemy troops. I know attacking through the mud is so painstakingly slow, but... Okay, I actually have to move forward here, because otherwise I'm just going to die and get hammered. There's also just no way to get out of that swamp here, like any... Just go. I really do not understand this supply wagon at all. But what usually happens, I think, is when you target it, it will and we'll start moving at any rate. I'll attack them. And hold back. I don't know what this is, but I'll put these guys as a flank. Like, I don't know what happened here. That's very weird. Okay, so they're getting attacked from this side. I think they're part of these smugglers, but I'm trying to just do a delaying action. Well, my artillery gets the wheel on them. That usually works pretty well, and if these guys die, meanwhile that's also fine. The artillery, interestingly enough, is also nowhere to be found at this moment. I'm not too interested even in moving forward. I don't really see a reason why I would. This stalemate for me is totally fine. One interesting thing about it is also that I wanted to target the Marines, not the smugglers. Sure. But yeah, I'm not pressing it because I don't want to take more losses, and we're doing fine. So maybe at some point I'm actually pretty curious. Yeah, they're firing at this division. So I'll move these two forward while we're moving in here. Should be going fine. I get that it's a bit out of the wind here. We'll be fine. I hope at least that by pressing into the swamp a little bit, it will entice the enemy. They are not aiming very well this time, which I'm very happy about. It's funny you actually hear them say stand firm on the left, because that's exactly where these guys are coming from, interestingly enough. Alright, so with this new defense, you shouldn't crash, I don't think. The one thing that's good here, at least, is that we have double artillery wailing on them, so despite the additional numbers that they have, it should ultimately not be such a big deal. The combat in this game is, interestingly enough, a lot slower than that in Ultimate General Civil War. I mean, it kind of makes sense because their weapons weren't as advanced, so I can totally understand why it's slower here. But it is pretty interesting. These guys aren't even moving. So once more, the fact that we're moving is totally fine. We have two artillery, their artillery is crap. I think we can see these guys route quickly now. Yeah, let's go. Interesting that they seem to be worried a bit faster. Oh, we're at half speed. I'm slightly confused. Why is it going so slow? That's the reason. Alright. Yeah, you're gone. Let's focus on the next batch of smugglers. I also moved the Marines further up now, because why not? I wonder if I can get the supply wagon. This is a different supply wagon, by the way, or maybe they repaired it. I really wonder, because as for the last one, alright, I think these guys are close enough. So let's stop moving and deploy all of them. It seems like the last ones to be standing here are those Marines. At least for now. Although it'll probably be pretty rough to deal with whatever other artillery they have. Haven't found it yet. Let's go and see what they have in store. Ultimately. I don't think these guys are weak enough yet that I'm willing to engage them with the division. We have double their numbers. It should be okay. Especially with the additional stuff that we have. That way at least I can start moving up. They should also route fast enough here. Yeah. Under that hill of artillery fire. So let's get those Marines going at least already. And they are now moving, so let's keep going. They have a pretty good range actually. Okay, they don't really seem to be having all too much. So if I overwhelm them from all sides, then probably they'll be good enough pretty quickly. Huh. Interesting that they have more smugglers waiting for me there. Let's charge at them while they are reloading with the rest of them. Let's move back a little bit. The artillery... should be able to take care of it. One of the things that's a bit unfortunate is that these guys will now move through. Although... there it is. Having a glimpse of their artillery while I contest their lair. This route is a bit unfortunate, but not really a problem. Soon your sailors will begin transferring the captured supplies from the smugglers' lair to the embarkation point. Protect the supplies, the wagons, and the embarkation zone. Note you can always release wagon crew to use them as infantry when needed. Okay, well, let's send a few of these guys over there. And these wagons go out quickly. Now, what are you doing? Why are you moving back? Never ordered these guys to move back, so that's very weird. Only problem is that with that artillery and the few infantry that I have, they're isn't a lot I can do. Yeah, okay. I guess try to keep these guys in the center. They can handle the skirmishers, technically. I'll take some losses, but... Thought I told you to charge. Okay. They are having a problem with the building. I need a division, because this division is not mine, to move. Let's send Vessel there to deal with these skirmishers, because those skirmishers are a bit of a problem. Kind of annoying. Same here, they're just here to rack up losses unnecessarily. So the faster they route, the better, because let's see. These are down to 16. I would not expect them to hold out that much longer. Yeah, good. Okay, so they have more smugglers here. Again, I'd rather not engage them, or just engage them as little as possible. I actually don't need to hold this anymore, just a embarkation point. These guys might have actually been hurt before. I just don't want them to go into melee, because we'll take a lot more losses that way, I think. Despite this is super annoying. Kill them, come on. It's funny that they just all get stuck on the building. They actually don't have good path movement. And now they're stuck here. I just cannot get these guys out for whatever reason. They're just really stuck in the building. Like, they can't move through here, they cannot move through here. They are literally stuck. Super weird. I want to focus all my attention on the artillery. Maybe I can grab it within the allotted time period. In fact, I actually don't want to attack if I don't have to. If they just stay there, that is totally fine by me. But they just gonna die now because of this. Absolutely retarded. This really sucky bug. There's nothing I can do. Right, I care more about those men than about those artillery pieces, so I'm totally fine. I took a total of 400 in terms of losses. They didn't take that many more, but most of these guys are not mine anyway, so it's not too bad, I think. The most important thing here is that I got a lot of reputation. That's pretty much the most important thing. Sure. This is 1300. And going to the start. Yeah, so that's basically where we were at. And I got a bunch of these muskets. Well, if I can go to 195, I'll go to 195 here. Either way, that just slightly helps me get back up better, or get back up a little bit. And these guys got a level of experience, so that's actually pretty decent. These guys are a lot more experienced. Now, next up, I will have to choose between doing the Snatch mission and the Treasure Fleet. I can continue with Snatch because we'll get a lot of reputation for that, and all that reputation means that I can then actually get the Arrogante as well, and I can use that for the Treasure Fleet mission, which was that special bonus mission and I was talking about. Yeah, so we'll be dealing with this one first in the next episode. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Special shout out to all my Patreon supporters: Spooner Out, Dungeon Pass, Thomas Loft Trin, Downs B, Marshall, Sea Data, and Swords. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.